Ready for the Crafty Trolls number 4.
Finally, right?
Milk mustache. Oh, makes my lip cold. Okay, introduction.
We are crooked.
Today we're going to have a very, very, very filled episode.
I'm having a drink out of my Christmas
Milk. That's why I had the milk mustache. Okay, introduction. Okay.
My hair's a hot mess.
So, a couple days ago.
Your hair looks good, JJ.
Thanks.
Mine does not.
A couple days ago, we got my hair done. My auntie got her hair done too, and my cousin Olivia. She got a blue. I got a pink and red mix. So beautiful, right?
Yeah, we did the underneath.
We did the underneath.
And then we just did some
Stripes
on top. Olivia kind of chickened out, and she only did the bottom. She wasn't quite sure how she'd like it, but you've had it done before. You've had purple.
So, we ended up finishing the book. First book, Harry Potter. It is a ginormous book, I'm telling you. And I would like to show you a few pages in the book. We also finished the first movie, and I recognized a lot of people.
Wasn't it fun being able to watch a movie and
see people like, oh, that's Dumbledore, or oh, that's Slytherin.
Mm-hmm.
So this is called the Newt Commander's Guide to Trolls.
May I help?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, look at that tiny brain.
I know. So this is
I'll hold if you wanna.
This is the size of a troll brain. It shows it right here, tiny. Okay, here's a fact. Trolls are characterized by their large size and prodigious strength. They possess thick skin of 10 covered in horny growths or cobbles, which litter the floor of troll caves. So I want to show you the picture. These are very nasty. This is a troll clegg. It is often found hovering above trolls. This is called a troll wig. It feeds on troll earwax.
There's a skeleton, too.
There's a skeleton of the troll. It says 12 feet.
And what was the funny part in the movie?
This is the picture. So Harry Potter ends up sticking his wand up the troll's nose.
And so what did we end up doing? It took us 2 days, but what did we do? Watch the movie?
We watched the movie with my cousin Olivia, and I got all my Harry Potter toys to show I was a real fan. I have Harry Potter, the toy, action figure. I have Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley.
Yes, you do. One down. So what have I been doing?
You've been baking.
Trying my hand at it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's,
like banana muffins, cookies that taste really good.
Oh, thanks. So
We
I'll
should
have to
make more
link.
banana muffins sometime.
Yeah, we have to have bananas that are kind of going where
We have to mush them.
Yeah. But I got that recipe from the crazy sock lady, so I'll have to link her video that she makes them in, because that's where I got it from. And then the cookies are a little bit different because you know how I love my butter, right? And these ones don't have any butter in them at all, right? They have 1.5 sticks of butter flavored Crisco. And no regular sugar, it's all light brown sugar, which I think is really neat. And
they're delicious. Some are chocolate chips, some are Crisco. I haven't tried the Crisco ones yet.
And I think they made that. Those are the Crisco ones that you were eating.
No, I had the chocolate chips.
Those have Crisco in them instead of butter. The ones that you just had upstairs. That's delicious. So I've been having fun with baking. I hate cooking, though. I leave that all up to your dad. Like, what do we have for dinner tonight?
Taco.
You like your hair, don't you?
Yes.
We did some blonde in your bangs because on Mother's Day, what did we do?
We went to Nana's.
No.
We did.
Not Nana's. Oh, you went to Nana's.
I went to Nana's.
Yes, that's right. I did not. But what did I do for my mom for Mother's Day?
Oh, gave her some blonde streaks in her hair.
And we all wore masks.
Yes.
And we're very careful.
And me, my brother, which was watching his iPad, and my grandpa, we were playing The Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Which I found that from watching my podcast, The Fat Squirrel Speaks. She's amazing.
The Fat Squirrel
And hilarious. Yes, she says that she might as well call herself fat because other people are going to do it. So she might as well do it first, she said. She's super sweet. Love that lady. So that was awesome. So we got to hang out with Grandpa, and it was cute. You had a table set up, and you guys were playing the game and wearing your masks, and I was wearing one doing Grandma's hair, and she felt good. It's silly that something that you typically would just do whenever, hair, I had to do it kind of as a yay, happy Mother's Day, because we don't typically get to see her that much. So it was kind of goofy things that you took for granted now are more on the special side.
The first video I started doing this because I missed Grandma.
Yeah, so we get to see her a little bit more because it's been a little bit nicer out, so we're outside. Yeah. So big news, right?
Yeah.
You talk about your karate. I'm going to go put some more ice on my glass.
Okay. So I had my karate test last week, I think.
Yeah.
Last week on Monday. And it was the best. I got Mr. Jeff. He is a second degree black belt. He was really nice to me. He said that my number was 109. 109. He said that I don't even have to look for my number on Facebook because he said I had a magnificent test. He said he loved it. It went through so smoothly. And then Tuesday last week, I said I wish my test would have been longer because it was so much fun. My grandma and grandpa wore masks and sat up in the attic and watched me because I was in the spare room and the attic is up over, so they sat there and watched me. And I'm a red belt now.
Yay!
But I have to do it. No, I know. I'm a green 2 now.
So what did Grandma and Grandpa do? Did you tell them about that?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So, I said that we were in the spare room.
The unfinished room.
The unfinished room. Yeah. And we have our attic up there, and they sat up there and watched me.
So it was almost like they were watching a concert kind of thing. You know, they were up on their stadium seating and watching you. Mm-hmm. It was really neat. It was a good time.
That reminds me of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, when you went with Grandma and Grandpa for your birthdays. Presents, you and Olivia's. Oh, Bella's trying to get herself all situated.
Bella's down there.
Yeah, her poopy doggy.
She's not poopy.
She's my puppy. My 10-year-old puppy.
I thought you said poopy.
No, my puppy. So, what's the reason why we haven't really podcast? Because it's been almost 3 weeks, I think. What did I have to get done?
My mom had surgery.
Yeah, a little small procedure.
Ovary problems.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I was having some pretty significant pain on my left side. So they did an ultrasound and they thought that it was a huge cyst, but come to find out it's endometriosis.
What's endometriosis?
It's just... It's hard to explain. It's just stuff that grows inside that shouldn't. and so it's sticky and gooey, and so it wrapped around my ovary, and it's wrapped around my intestines, and so it's just painful. Yeah, so they went in and they scraped a bunch of it, did a DNC, blah, blah, blah. And they recommended that I have a hysterectomy, so...
On Wednesday, she's going to have a big surgery. This coming up Wednesday.
I'll be fine, though, because they said by the weekend, I'll be feeling so good that I just will have to make sure I remember not to do things.
On Monday and Tuesday, my teacher is going to send me all my homework for the week. And it's going to be pretty stressful 2 days.
Yeah, but we'll
power through it.
Yeah, we'll make sure and just stay focused and take breaks and just know that there's still more stuff that we need to do. That way, when you're with, because we're getting a COVID test on Monday, tomorrow, your daddy and I. And as long as we're negative, we can stay over at Grandma and Grandpa's. And so with the work on Monday and Tuesday being done, that would mean that you get to enjoy Grandma and Grandpa on Wednesday, Thursday.
I wonder where we're going to sleep.
I think you're sleeping in the big spare bedroom because I have to sleep on a lazy boy so that I don't move around too much because I toss and turn when I lay flat. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready to be pain-free, you know. I'm 35, so it's not like I'm super young where it's dramatic because I already have my amazing 8-year-old, almost 9-year-old, and then I have Daxton, who's going to be 4 in a couple weeks, which his birthday presents should be in the mail coming here in the next couple days.
Be quiet. It's a ball pit
with 1,000 balls. So we'll have that down here. Yeah, so we have, behind you, we have a swing for them to play on. You can't see the bottom of it. And then they have a TV over here to entertain themselves, just a small one. And so I think that will,
discs.
Yeah, I think we'll figure out a spot down here to put the ball pit. And so it's kind of nice that this in front of me is my sewing area. So I have my little space and then they have their space. So, and you guys are super good about not messing with my stuff, which is nice. So that's been our busy life for the last couple weeks, huh? Because you got to stay at Olivia's house for my first surgery. Daxton stayed at Eli's house. So my in-laws' house, or brother-in-law and sister-in-law and brother and sister-in-law, yeah, whatever, you know. So they went to separate houses and had a really good time, and I got to relax, and Grandma and Grandpa took care of me.
You.
Yep, and
like he
Dad
was just a kid.
Yes, I think they enjoyed it because of being so confined for so long, because of COVID. To have me over there, I think they were having fun with me. And I was spoiled, totally spoiled.
What does that mean?
Grandma and Grandpa spoiled me. They made me good food, and, you know, Grandma crafted with me. I got a good amount of stuff. Progress on stuff. Not a whole lot of finished objects today, though. Grandma and Grandpa are going to make lasagna for this time. Yeah, so the difference between this time is you're going to be, the kids are going to be over there with me in a separate part of the house, and my dad is going to take care of them while my mom takes care of me.
I forgot to talk about the Kohl's clothes.
That's in Party in our mailbox because that came in the mail.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, on to finished objects.
How lovable.
You have way more finished objects than I do, and I have way more works in progress than she does. So this is going to be kind of filled JJ a little bit of time, and then a filled Mama time. And Daxton must have did crushed ice because it totally went everywhere when I put ice in here.
So these are called.
Ooh, that's a little strong.
What?
It's Crown and Coke. I need to go put some more Coke in this. You show your...
These are diamonds. Okay, so this one is a heart. It's just different shades of red. So, oh wait, let me fix that. lips. Wait, where's he? There's a mark. A high heel. Oh no, it's skedaddled away. And then a rose. Mom's coming back down.
Crisis averted. Cute flower. I had to sneak a cookie.
I want a cookie.
You can have a bite.
Thank you.
You want Japanese?
I don't know.
I definitely not have been behaving since this whole quarantine thing.
Like you didn't drink them?
Oh no. This is my first drink in 2 weeks.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I think the whole reason I was craving it is because I was watching a podcast earlier with Chevrel, and she was making drinks. So I was like, I think I will. Plus, your dad's a lot better at making them than me. All right. So you told him about your diamond art?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I could find one with the kissy lips.
So I finished 10 blocks.
You're at 100?
Huh?
Are you at 100?
No, I still have 19 more to go.
19?
19 more blocks. So that's what my main goal is while I am sitting and chilling, is to finish those 19 blocks. So Jalen gets to help me set these out, and we're going to take
make
pictures.
A quilt.
We are going to make a quilt. So we're going to set them out in all different types of patterns, and then pick which one we like best, and then I will seam them together. So look for some cute pictures. I like the diamonds or chevron style. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But these are this craft or that yarn.
Looks a little brighter on camera.
Looks a little brighter
on camera.
On camera, you think?
Yeah, because it looks like this and then it looks like that.
Oh, it does look a little brighter. I don't know. Pretty close.
Just
though.
imagine this a little
This
darker.
is pretty true to it though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just loved this yarn. It's so soft, and we actually have a lady that's going to do the crochet along that she's actually allergic to wool, and this is 100% superwash wool. And so what we did is I gave her a little bit of a sample. She did a little knitted square, and she stuffed it in her shirt for the day to see if she was allergic, and she didn't have any problems at all. No stuffy nose, no itchy hands, no nothing. So she was really stoked to be able to be a part of this knit along or crochet along when she thought she wasn't gonna be able to use the yarn. So we were trying to figure out options for her, and it was just, this was gonna be the best bet, and luckily it worked for her. So that's exciting. Fun stuff, huh? Playing around with them. All right, what else do you have, my dear?
First, notice the tray. Okay, so these are called salt art.
I would say, sure.
Salt art.
Our word for it, right?
Yeah. So you take...
They're a little messy.
You take a picture. Let's set these right here.
So I found this on a random site as something fun for kids to try craft-wise.
If you don't have any of these, if you don't buy any of these, like, it's small.
You like the small one better?
The small one I would recommend to trace over it with, because it's a small tip and it really helps you get in those details.
And it's easier for you to hold too, I'm sure, with your smaller hands.
Really easy to hold if you have smaller hands.
So Dad picked you up. I should have brought down a huge thing of glue.
I'll go get it real quick.
And okay. And Daxton was playing with this, and we couldn't figure out where it was at. So what we ended up doing was taking this big bottle of glue and taking a syringe, and she would fill up the syringe, and then she would trace the design. So you Go ahead and show it. I told him that.
Finish your saying.
That's why that was it. Go ahead. It's huge. But that's good because we'll never run out and you'll have some fun with this. I think we're still tweaking how to do it because I think when you did the syringe, it was almost too much glue. And so when we used the tray and poured salt over top of it when it was still wet, and then you just kind of shake it off, whatever extra salt comes off I just stuck in this and let it dry, and then the next day.
So, you think this is just a normal powder paint, right? Wrong. This is watercolors.
Have you ever used it before?
Watercolors?
Yeah. Other than with this, have you used it in school or anything?
No.
No, just usually typical.
Watercolors are really watery and usually get the paper really wet.
Right.
So this is watercolors. You get it, take your paintbrush, get your paintbrush really wet, and then swirl it in there, dip it in there, get it really wet, swirl it in there, and when you think it's enough, put it on and just tap it on the salt, and it lands and expands.
That's a good way of putting it. I like it. So
It lands and expands.
yeah, so this one, I don't know. It kind of bled a little bit too much. So what I was thinking of trying was, you want to grab one of those tubs down there? What I was thinking of doing is taking just food coloring with water and mixing them together, and then maybe trying that method. Are they stuck together?
So I bought some tomato. Give it to me, my darling.
Shnikes.
Which lucky color should
So what I'm thinking is just filling this with a little bit of water and then adding some food coloring to it. And I got a ton of these. And then they have the tops.
That's just 3 of them. There's...
They have these tops. I got them off of Amazon. I can...
There's 9
show
total.
'em. Is there 9? Oh, okay. And that way, it's safe with Daxton being 3. It's a little bit safer, and we can keep them so that if you guys decide that you want to play with them for a little bit and you're done, we can just you know, put things away easier than on a little tray and dumping everything. So I want to try the food coloring because I'm wondering if that would be better and it wouldn't spread so much. So
Are we done with these? Can I put them back? I missed.
if you break them,
They're
you're
not
gonna owe me
broken.
some money.
I already owed you $5 today.
No. Just set it down again. Okay. So, my finished object. It's been so long since we podcast, I completely forgot about it. So this is my KEELER. I did an accent color for the pockets, obviously. Ooh. Hey, there's a mask in there. And then I did it on the cuff only, and then the I-cord bind off, which really neat thing is at first you could see this white strip because of the other color in between the gray, and I just did not like that. So we went on YouTube and there was a video on there that helped so that you didn't see that white, which was pretty exciting. So I'll have to link that video. It was Patty Lyons that has the tutorial. So it looks really cool. And my Aunt Diana likes it so much that she wants to try it on, and it might just have to be a gift for her. Because I love me some knitting, so if somebody else wants to love on my knitted stuff that's finished, then they can. All right, so that was for
Finished objects.
well, yes, but I'm talking about this. This was the KEELER, and it was a Barocco pattern, and it was Expressions Fiber Arts yarn. And then this was something that I had in a stash because I didn't have enough yardage of this to do everything.
I like the colors.
Thanks. I do too. It's already pilling. But that's okay. Yarn does that. Shrink-a-dink. Come on.
Shrink. Okay. Okay. These are called shrink-a-dinks. So basically, this head.
I wonder if we showed it. Have we showed any of these before?
I don't. Yes, we have.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we have.
We didn't show this one, though, did we?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
These are the people version of shrink-a-dinks. You color them with markers. I mean, not markers. Color pencils. And you can connect them together and make a little person. You put them in the oven at, what would you say, how many degrees?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
How long?
300. Just a couple minutes. You have to watch them.
Just a couple minutes. You have to watch them.
It's so funny because all of a sudden they're big, and the next second they're like folded up on each other, and then boom, they're small.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a tiny, tiny one on the fridge.
Yeah, those are super cute. We'll have to show those next time. But Daxton's been enjoying doing them, so we ordered some, and I didn't realize that it was just a sheet of Shrink-a-Dink, and then you had to color it, right? Or
You had to trace it and then cut it out and then color it.
So that wasn't as successful as just having the picture already already
cut out,
drawn and cut out, and then you just had to color it. So I did do some more looking on Amazon and did find a bunch that were already pre-drawn or printed, and then it came with a bunch of stuff that you could either make them keychains or necklaces or earrings, I think even. So that'll be in the mail in a couple days. So that'll be a part of your mailbox for the next time.
Shouldn't spoil party in our mailbox.
They haven't seen it yet, at least.
At least it didn't spoil what it looks like.
So you want to show yours and I'll show mine?
Ready?
Ready?
3, a 2, a 1. Ice cream.
The cherry on top.
A towie on top.
So I did mine first, and you saw it and liked it, and so then.
And then I started one, but my mother finished it.
But there was a good reason.
Because I was spending the night at my cousin Olivia's, and Mom just wanted to finish it.
Yeah. So you picked out the sprinkle colors and everything, and then I just finished up the last little bit.
Red, pink, and blue. Mm-hmm. If you can't notice, this is actually a bead on top.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
There you go. Whoops. There's a bee. Back up a little bit. And get up. So a tiny little seed bead on top. Yep. So these were super addicting. I want to make more. So these are, the typical ones that we've been working with are the 11 seed beads. And that's a little challenging for JJB to do. So my mom had size 10s, which are those ones. And you did the hearts also that we showed on the last episode. And then they have an in-between. Oh, no. Those are 8s. I'm sorry. And then they had an in-between that is size 10. Confusing bead size. That I made a little sheep with. So I just need to put a little ring on him so that he can be a stitch marker or a progress keeper.
I have to tell you guys something.
So these are the smallest, size 11s, and then size 10s, and then size 8s.
So I have to tell you something. You gotta notice the ginormous hooks.
I love those.
I know. I said you gotta notice them.
Oh, okay. Right. And so what I did, we went through and bought some more size 8s so Jalen would have some more options for making things. And of course I had to try them out. So I made another mousy mouse out of the size 10s. So, you know, mama and baby, they're so cute.
And also
And I'll have to link below the pattern designer because I forgot to bring over the paper.
Also, I made a narwhal out of these size 8 beads. I don't have it, unfortunately. My friend Evelette lives a couple blocks down, and she sent me a little gift. So I made her a narwhal and gave her the narwhal as a gift. She said she really liked it. The body main color was pearl. The face was black as normal, and the water was dark blue
I think
metallic.
it was a regular whale, not a narwhal, because don't narwhals have?
Oh yeah, it was a regular.
It was a
whale,
regular
not
one
a
because the
narwhal.
water was coming up out of the
blowhole. What?
That word. Oh,
A
blowhole. It just sounds terrible. Oh,
Like
I'm
you
hot.
farted out of your blowhole?
Stop it. That's so gross. Oh, goodness. Oh, so who made what's the pattern designer for those? Do you remember?
Bee crumbs.
Yeah. And she
Don't
lives
eat beets.
in Hawaii. So, once the social distancing crap is over with, we're gonna go to Hawaii.
Clap.
So we can go to her yarn
Wait, we
her
are?
bead shop. I don't know, I want to. Wouldn't that be awesome?
We are gonna fly on a plane to Myrtle Beach,
I hope so.
South Carolina.
We'll see. We shall see.
It's gonna be the second time I'm flying. I flied when I was just a baby
Yes.
from California. I was born in California, fun fact.
Fun fact. Yes, you were. Because Dad was in the Air Force.
And you were
active
born
duty.
you were born in New York
Uh-huh.
because of Grandpa in the Navy. In the Navy. Not Navy.
Maybe. So, Daxton and your dad are the boring people. Because
They were born here.
They were born here.
We're the cool.
We are.
Mother and daughter right there.
Look at that. That was good connection. We just watched Trolls.
Rolled tour and they kept going like this. No, they missed it. Okay, one more time.
Why aren't we connecting? All right. That was a cute movie. I liked that. All right, you going to show your
Pottery.
We have so much stuff. I have some notes.
Three papers. When I was in school, I made a pot. It's a heart.
What's it called though? How did you make it?
Pottery.
Didn't you say it was
Clay.
finger pressing or something?
Finger pressing. Glazing?
No. Pinch pot?
Yeah, it's a pinch pot.
There
pinch
we
pot.
go. Okay. I was going to say, there's a word to it. Don't make me feel like I'm crazy.
It's a pinch.
Don't put your butt in my face. So that was really neat because that's something from school.
It says JB at the bottom.
Now, how did you get the little designs and stuff?
There was a box of a bunch of random items, and we could use a lot of stuff and made a lot of designs.
Oh, like stamping them.
Yeah, like stamping.
I like the heart on the inside.
Thanks.
You know I love me some hearts, huh?
I put that in my room and put a lot of stuff in it.
So, you make it first, and then they put it in the kennel to cook, and then you paint it?
It takes 7 days.
Wow. So do you paint it afterwards or before?
You have to glaze it after it is done in the kennel.
And are all these different colors glaze? Or do you do the different colors and
you
then
have
glaze?
to recook it after you glaze it.
Because how is it shiny? Is that the glaze?
No. Yes, it is the glaze. You have to put a lot of coats in order for it to become shiny.
Oh.
Actually, this was a purple container. When it cooks, it changes colors. So this was actually in a purple container and looked like purple.
Oh.
But it turned out pink when you put it in the kennel.
Cool.
This one was actually a green. And this one was actually orange.
The green was orange?
The green was orange.
So did it look orange before you cooked it?
It looked orange before you cooked it.
Interesting. That's really cool. I like it.
Thanks.
I didn't get to do stuff like that until I was in high school.
Can I show you one?
Yeah.
I mean, show them one.
It's kind of broken.
you did this when you were in high school?
Yes, I think I was a junior.
Look at that.
You can tell I've always liked hearts. So it's dirty on the inside, so but it's yeah.
She was in alms at this time.
It does say alms on there, huh? So I don't remember how it was all done. So and I think Grandma has one of my finished things on her fireplace. But right here, see it's a little chipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's old.
It's hey!
It is old. I'm not calling you old though.
All right. Bookmarkers, what's that? Oh, those. Oh, we forgot to find the book. I'll have to insert a picture of the
What
book.
book? What book?
The book that you made those out of.
We couldn't find it.
I didn't look for it.
That's why we couldn't find it. Okay, so these are bookmarks. This is SpongeBob. Say hello, SpongeBob.
You want to give them a quick little rundown on how you did it? But you can open it up if you want.
Oh, sure. So,
You gotta make sure they can see. See if you remember how to put it together. So you take
a piece of paper.
you take a square piece of paper.
And then you have to get these corners like this.
Fold it
So
in
you
half.
have to chop off an end to make it look like a square, not a rectangle. Sorry, I didn't mean to block it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
Mhm. And then you get this, and then you fold in these corners. No, you don't. No.
I think so.
No. 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 You fold this down.
Oh.
And
Yeah, you gotta show them. They can't see what you're doing.
it goes like this. And then you go down. So you press it down and then get that corner up in there. And then color the face.
Yeah. And then it sits just like that to mark your place. So this one's
Don't
mine.
laugh at SpongeBob.
I've never been a SpongeBob fan. So this is mine.
This one's fine. I think I broke it.
I think that's it for works in progress, or for finished objects.
Precisely.
What's up next?
What's up next? The ceiling. Okay, fine. Works in progress. Works in progress.
All right. So we have come to the conclusion. You want to grab your knitting?
Yes.
We've come to the conclusion that both of her knitting projects right now are not keeping her interest because she hasn't touched them since the last podcast. So, you want to show them real fast? That's the
I-cord.
I-cord one. So it's at the same spot as last time. Such a cool color though.
It's a wiener.
No, it's gonna be a bracelet. What's the next one?
Scarf.
You are totally my daughter. So this is a back and forth scarf. And you just don't seem to be interested in it whatsoever. I'll show it since you're
too low.
So it's super cute yarn, I think, but it's just not keeping her interest at all.
So instead, we're going to make a Harry Potter Gryffindor scarf.
Yes, because we've been enjoying Harry Potter. So this is in a bag that I made myself. I love you. So I talked to this crafter to maybe see if she has colors that we can put in with the next order so that you can actually do it in the round so that it just keeps going and going and going. You don't have to worry about turning. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff, and it'll be similar to your hat. So you just do it in a long, 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 long tube, and then when you block it flat so it looks like a long scarf. So that'll be hopefully something that'll keep your interest. If not, I can always finish it for you because I enjoy knitting. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Would you like the seat from upstairs?
No, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, so do you want to, show your diamond dart. Work in progress.
So this is another diamond dart. I only have a couple on there. It's a butterfly.
Super cute.
For the colors I can see, it has yellow, black, blue, purple, pink, a white, and yeah.
I think I like the turquoisey color the best.
Yeah, the blue.
Yeah.
Okay, on to you.
So this is how she typically does it. She's got it in a little tray with all of her stuff, which I think is super cool because then you can carry it anywhere you want. Gonna do a little work.
Just gonna do a little work so I don't end up interrupting my mother.
I love you. All right, so I have my Leading Men Fiber Art yarn shawl that I'm doing in the Magpie Fiber Studio bag. You can tell it's been loved because it's got lots of fuzzies and dog hair and stuff being used. And the last time I showed this, and I'm in the middle of a row. That's what happens to everybody. So last time I was just down into here. Oop, that's the wrong side. So I have gotten that part done. And then you go through the mini skein. Are you stuck? And then you go, and this is a seed stitch. And then you go back to just plain knitting. And then it goes into a yarn over and knit two together section with some increases and decreases, and you have to actually cast on, well, you bind off at one point and then you have to cast those stitches back on because you can see the mark right there. And holy crap, I was supposed to cast on 111 stitches.
Yeah.
I accidentally only casted on 101. And the cool thing about a scarf or a shawl is you can kind of fudge it a little bit to work out. So I just decreased more slowly so that I still have the right number of rows that I'm doing, and then eventually the stitch count will even itself back out. So yay. But it's been a lot of fun. I've found that fingering weight yarn and metal needles, I tend to grip a little bit too tight, and so you can see right here it's a little bit red because my finger drags on here a little bit, and so I can't do it for long periods of time in a row or else it starts hurting. I may need to find a new way of knitting with fingering weight yarn. So that pattern is For Granny by Jenny FIFO, F-A-I-F-E-L. So there's the shape of the shawl once it'll be finished. And
Can I see?
And then it's their mini Leading Men Fiber Arts mini skein set. And then in the same bag, I have another, oh gosh, not heating pad, oh my goodness. Pot holder, there we go, that I started for my mama. I cast it on less stitches, so.
It looks kind of big.
Well, it'll be folded this way. So it's actually smaller than the other one that was ginormous. That one was big. And to show something off a little early, but for Mother's Day, I got 2 crochet hooks from FURLS Crochet. And this one is super light. This is an H hook, obviously, and so I was using it with this. It's a little draggy because it's wood, so it's not as slippery, but it's enjoyable. And they're all handmade.
Looks kind of pointy.
Yeah, not too bad. So that was really neat. They did kind of a special where you could do a needle and yarn. And this is super soft. This is 50% merino, 50% nylon. And I haven't obviously used it yet, so I'm trying to think of what I want to do. I think I'm going to do a hat because there was a free pattern that came with it that I really liked. So I'll have to insert a picture of that. So yay. Hopefully I'll get that done too while I'm resting after my surgery. I typically use a tulip hook. So that I haven't worked on lately because I've been obsessed with a cardigan that was stumping me. I will show that next. So here it is in this huge bag. I think I showed this last time, right? You were peeking your head through.
I fit my head inside.
Yeah, you did. So the last time I had gotten 10 skeins of the DK weight yarn, and I was trying to do the pattern, and it just was not coming out right at all. I probably ripped that sucker out. Oh, it looks so good.
It's pink lemonade.
Yes, it is. And what's the yarn shop name?
This craft or that.
Yep, you got it, girl. So I ripped it out probably 3 times, and I'm just like, what the heck? So I emailed the designer, didn't hear back, messaged a couple people that had done the pattern. They gave me a couple suggestions, but it still wasn't working out. So I finally went back to the original Ravelry page where I bought the pattern, and I scrolled all the way down at the bottom, and then there was a link to a video on how to do this cable. Duh. So voila! And I find myself knitting a couple stitches, and then I stop and admire, and I realize that I'm not knitting it, and I'm just looking at it and admiring the color. And so then I'm like, oh crap, and then I start knitting again. So this, I can tell, is just going to be a really hard project to put down. I think I'm going to have this finished sooner rather than later. So I'm pretty excited. You get into a rhythm of it for sure. And the podcast that I watched on YouTube was Handy My Knitting. She's making this same exact thing in a really pretty Knit Picks color that's discontinued. So I am so lucky to have this crafter to chat with and wholesale with, and she's just up to if I have any questions or anything that I'd like to try, she's willing to help me out and dye up special stuff for me. So that's been a lot of fun. But yay! So finally in the works. This is called the Portage cardigan.
I need some more bags.
Okay, I'll find some. I think Grandma's got some. So that's what it looks like. And I just have a ton of bright colored t-shirts that I've been buying from Kohl's. So I thought the pink lemonade would be really cool with those. And then this bag my boss made from Lake Erie Mercantile. It's adorable. Here's our little, I haven't even taken it off, her little card right there. So I bought it off my boss because I liked it so much and I hadn't got a chance to make one myself. This is called the poolside tote. So it's got a zipper pocket in the back and a regular pocket here in the front. It's got pockets in the inside. And I'm using my Chow Goo needles with this one.
Oh wait, I can just leave it in here because I cut out the number and put it in there.
Okay. Oh, you have 2 trays. That's cool.
Yeah, because I got 2 sets.
So did you do all the weight already?
Mm-hmm. No, don't look.
It's, come on, it's so cute. Can I have that one when you're done with it?
Sure.
I'll have to put it on a magnet and make it a magnet. That'd be cute. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Or a pin and I can put it on my bag.
I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Okay. It's super cute. All right, another work in progress.
How many more do you have? Whoa.
2 more, 3 more, 2 more. I don't know. So again, this crafter that gray days. This is for the crochet along that's starting. These are my last colors. So I have this pink, a blue, a purple.
Would you recommend that blue a baby blue?
I think it's a little bit more than a baby blue. It's like in between a...
I like the one you're holding on your left.
This is called Milky Way. So those are my last blocks. So after I finish these, I'll be at 100. And that
it's gonna be so exciting.
Block 81 right here. Boom. So yay. And then this is in another Magpie sewing studio. I just love her cute little tags. I leave them on. They're super cute. And she's got a cute little
What's
handmade.
that smell?
Something smell bad? Did Bella fart? I don't think she did. I don't smell it. Oh no, Ann didn't fart.
Don't mind me.
Protecting yourself from the coronavirus?
The coronavirus is not in the house. Get real.
Okay. And then I've been watching Chevrel, I think is what she calls herself, on YouTube, and totally binge watching her. And she's the reason why I'm having a drink right now. She talks about, Jalen, don't laugh too hard, ball sacks. So what that means is you take your balls of yarn and you have these little sacks that you can put each ball in so that they don't tangle with each other.
That reminds me of when a Robotnik said, "Look what came out of my egg sack."
Oh, gee. What movie was that in?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, yes.
Love it.
That was a super, we had to buy that, huh? Because it was so good.
Sonic. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So what I was doing a little earlier today is I was picking out colors.
Smell again.
You smell it? What is it? Does it smell
Smells like rotten cardboard or like
Is it this?
burnt or like no or like burning plastic.
So I'm going to use this for the outside fabric for the I don't want to call it ball sack.
Just say it. I won't cry.
I
won't laugh.
The yarn ball holder sleeve. And then this will be the inside color. So I'm pretty excited about trying that.
Oh, you're actually using fabric for this?
Yes. So it'll have snaps so that the yarn can come through the top. I'll have to insert one of Chevrel's ball sacks right here.
Do it over my face.
And then I'm going to have to tag her because I think she is a hoot. Oh my gosh. She's probably going to laugh at me because I just said she's a hoot. Okay, one last work in progress, I promise.
No more. I want you to have more.
So this is called the Mini Gale, and I was hoping to do this in Jalen's size, but I think she's already outgrown the largest size in this pattern.
But this too, do me a favor, please, and hold that side, up here and down there. Okay. And pull it down. Up here. Moving it up here. Come on, Nana. There we go. So,
It's curling because it's stockinette, but this is the front panel, and it will have a turtleneck up here, and then it'll have side panels of garter stitch, and then a back panel, and then it'll just be together, I think, by some pretty buttons. So I will also insert a picture
Over
of
my face.
the mini Gale so
Over
that
my
people
face.
can see that, because I don't have a
You should
picture.
do all of them.
But this is going to be a store sample at Lake Erie Mercantile. And this is out of Cascade Yarn Eco Plus. It is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. And what do you think? Do you think it feels? Do you think it feels soft? Yay, nay? Not sure.
Yay.
Are you over podcasting today?
Maybe.
So this is Knit Picks needles. I started the, oh no, I pulled a stitch. This is the back panel that I started. And I've got on here, because it's a 8-row repeat, so I just keep moving one marker up and then the next as I go up to help me keep track. And these are Sweet Cherry Shop stitch markers. Aren't they so cute?
They're adorable.
From Etsy. Yep. Super, super sweet lady also. Because I only buy sweet or nice things from nice people, yes. And then I thought this was kind of fun. I made my own little notebook. Oh, it's upside down. For it. Yes, I like to knit. And no, I'm not old.
I'm not old either.
You are not old either. Do you like to knit? Yes. All right. Phew! Works in progress.
I just finished this color.
Under our belt.
I just finished this color.
So cute. I love it. It's totally mine.
Wait, I need to find.
yeah, I need one for number 17. Okay. All right. What do we have up next? What do you have? Let me check that. So good. So organized. So proud of you. Whatever you're done. Take your time. It's clear, so it's kind of hard to see it. Oh, the bow over top. Oh. So it doesn't get ruined. Gotcha. That's okay. Back on plate.
All right.
I've got a little bit of party time about boxes today.
Start with what you were wearing.
Oh, Cole's clothes.
So we have real.
Butt
We've realized that you have grown since we've been in quarantine, huh? Right?
Yes.
So we had to go from size 8 clothes to a size 10 clothes.
This is camo overalls with legs,
Like
pant legs,
versus shorts.
instead of shorts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have overalls that do have shorts.
That are shorts, yeah. I like these ones. They're super cute on you. We could probably have even gone up one more size, but so I have shocker, Sweet Cherry Shop. I know, it's so
It's
cute.
a little box of chocolates. Mom, get your face out of there. Perfect. Can you see it? Well, good.
So the cool thing about this is each one that she has in the shop is all unique. So this is what my little box of chocolate looks like. And I liked it because, duh, it's got a heart right in the middle.
And it's made of heart.
Yes.
So this is from the Sweet Cherry, and there's a note on the back I'm going to read to you. It's in cursive. I'll read it the best I can. Hey, Laura.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for ordering. I really appreciate it, Stewie.
How do you get the word appreciate, but you couldn't understand the word thank? All right. You want to show your paints and stuff?
I have 3 things. I mean 4. I just threw this out.
Well, show one because I still have stuff too.
So this is some Goofy Foot Design spray chalk.
So we tried it, and you can't spray down on the sidewalk. You have to spray it straight up. So
we did it on the side of the house.
Yeah, try not to crinkle. It gets loud. Yeah, so we did it on the which it does come right off. It's just chalk spray.
It'll come right off. Where's the green one? There's a pink one instead. Oh, so they do have different colors. So the one we opened had green instead of pink, but the other colors are the same. Oh, no, there's no blue in this one. So what's the extra color? Green. Green and pink. Green and pink in that one. Cool. And then this one's the normal one, but doesn't have any orange. They're all different, just slightly different. One difference in each of them. There's no orange in that one, and there's no green in that one. And then in this one, there's no blue. No blue in that one. And there's no blue in both of those. Well, that's cool. I didn't notice that. I did not either. I thought they were all the same. I did too.
I'm sorry.
And then your paint?
This is some temporary paint.
Corolla.
Comes with Corolla.
Oh no, Corolla.
It's Crayola. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh.
This is temporary paint. I think it only comes with brown, yellow, white, red, and black, and blue.
So the reason I
6
got
colors.
this was because
We have been using paint to attempt to make Play-Doh, but it turned into oobleck. If you don't know what oobleck is, you should learn more, because oobleck is this stuff like if you punch it, it's solid, and if you pick it up and roll it into a ball, it's still solid.
so it dries
Might be
out
by
though.
now. Yeah, it dries out. So when you squish it, it just melt. It will just immediately melt in your hand.
But it's kind of dry. So the one pattern, I need to look it up and find it again. So you just do cornstarch and a certain amount of the tempera paint.
And water.
No, it's just the 2 of them, and you just keep mixing and mixing until it's dough.
Oobleck.
Not oobleck, until it's Play-Doh.
Oh, we added water.
Yes, so I looked something up real quick because we didn't have the tempera paint, we just had regular paint. And I don't know if there's a difference or not. And so it ended up being more of this other soda stuff. So
I have to
when it dries, it is a huge mess. But that's that. You want to go wash your hands real fast while
You talk more about how you're feeling about stuff. And I'll be right back.
So, party in my mailbox. The really neat thing is Brooklyn Tweed did a nice thing for local yarn shops where the customer could purchase any of their yarn at a discount price, and then whatever the discount was, Brooklyn Tweed reimbursed the shop so that they still got the full amount. But the customer got to have it at a little less expensive because it's a pricier yarn, but it's amazing stuff. So I've been dying to try some of their things. So I bought a sweater quantity of this to make a Hohi Locatelli boxy, bulky sweater.
It's called Citrine.
Citrine?
I was about to say the bad word.
Yeah. So it's American Tar Heel and Colombian wool. So yay to that one. And then I also got a self-striping yarn in. It's biscuit yarns. I've never tried their stuff before, but it was also on a podcast. So
is there a color? Can I say the color?
I think it's just this sock. Yeah, I think so. This sock. So it's more of a rainbow.
Fun thing. And I did order a project bag from the Grocery Girls that is rainbow. So I thought it'd be fun to cast on socks and use that once it comes in the mail.
Grocery Girls have their 100th video?
Did. Yes, they did. And then for my other Mother's Day gift, I got this amazing crochet hook. And that is the one that I actually used to make one of the blocks for the crochet along. And it's really nice.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the wooden one or this, like, is it like a plastic better?
I like this one better, but it's definitely more expensive. So that other one that I got was only like $18 or something. This one has rose gold on the top, so it was $66.
It just looks like a white, but if you look really close, there are little specks of color.
Try and hold it up a little further, maybe, and back. It's not good.
It's hard to see that.
I really like it. It's definitely different because it is a little bit heavier. And so I'm worried that my blocks are going to come out differently. So I may end up just using my other hook for the rest of the blocks because I would hate to have 20 blocks that look different than the rest because I used a different hook. So that's that.
So this one is in a box. It was something from my friend Evelette that went 2 months down because I gave her the narwhal for it. It says to
Whale, not narwhal.
Whale. It says to Jalen from Evelette. This is a gift to celebrate our friendship.
That's so cute.
She accidentally spelled celebrate wrong, but that's okay. She spelled my name right though. Oh, I know she didn't.
Close, just
Close. She just missed the E. This is an ice cream cone, self-painted. She told me why she gave me this to celebrate our friendship.
Why?
Because the 2 scoops represented both of us.
Aw, that's very cool. And then there's a little doggy paw. I love it. So that was a cool surprise. She sat it on our front porch. So, and it says handmade with love up top. Aw. So she's been a friend for, what, just 2 years? Was it last year that you met her for the first?
3 years.
It's been 3 years?
3 years.
So,
because when I first started Miss Termia's class, I was in kindergarten, and we were friends then, and then we were friends for first grade and now second grade. Hopefully third grade.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to be in there again with her? It's nice to have a long-term
Molly
friend.
left the school. She's at Custer now.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's hard, huh? When
I'd always stand at the door after she left that year and wait a couple minutes to see if Molly would come out of the door.
Yeah, because you guys would walk outside together.
Yeah, we'd walk together.
Because we would both meet in the park. You'd meet us in the parking lot.
And after she left, I walked alone.
Yeah. Well, the neat thing about all this stuff is I do have her number, her mom's number, so...
And you have Kelsey and Delaney's mom's number.
I do, yes. So maybe
we'll have to schedule another play date.
Once all this stuff goes away.
All right.
So that was Evelette's keychain. I talked about my fun new hooks. What else? Oh, so we had... Oh, you want to show the yarns? That's the next thing I wanted to... We got another order of minis in for the knit along with this craft or that. And
this craft or that. This is Dreamcatcher. How would you like to do it?
Either way.
You can hold it. Dragon Flame.
I love this one.
Fairdust.
This one's cute too. It's got some reds and oranges and just a couple speckles of like a blue.
Mm-hmm. Happy Trees.
Did you say you liked this one?
No.
Tell us for real.
December. I like December. That one's cool.
December.
A Sister's Piece.
This was the color of the month.
Grape Fizz. I like that one too.
This was the color of the month too. So they get 2 mini skeins to go with the northeasterly knit along that we're doing.
Rusty Bike.
This one was popular. We had it last time and it sold out, so I grabbed a couple more mini skeins of this one.
Magnificent Magenta.
Nice work with the name. Fabulous. All right.
Conclusion.
No, not yet. I'm going to show a couple of my future knitting. Please. Let me do it. real fast?
First of all, I'm not your mom, so I don't make your decisions.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
Sometimes I feel like you do. So I'll insert a picture.
Above my face.
This is a one, but it doesn't show the whole thing. So this is Heartstrings Crop, and this is a light fingering. This craft or that. You know, I love the Gray Days. Is going to be the main color.
This is a very long lit video.
It is. We're at over an hour. And then these are the mini colors that I'm going to use with it. So that is going to be a store sample. Sorry about the crinkling. I love that color.
No, look at it. It's over my head. I forgot it.
And then the owner from this crafter asked if I would do a store sample for her. And of course I will. So I'm going to do this pattern. And
She made me shrink.
those are the three colors I'm using.
Oh, I like the second one.
Do you like the middle one?
I like the middle one.
That one is called A Sister's Hope.
My sister's
A
hole.
Sister's Hope is that one.
This one is,
Twilight Hour.
and this one's blush.
And that one's Blush. So that'll be fun to do. It'll take me a little bit because it's all fingering weight 3 skeins, but it'll be worth it and it'll be a lot of fun because I did a sample for Leading Men Fiber Arts. That blue cardigan, crocheted. I did that. So of course I would say yes to doing one for her. Anything else? I know I talked a lot. I'm sorry. You did really good.
Conclusion.
What would you like to say for the conclusion? Tweet, tweet.
Be bold, be brave, be strong, be happy, be free, be original, be goofy, be you.
What's that from?
Right there.
That's a really good saying. I like it. All right.
Be bold, be brave, be strong, be happy, be free, be original, be goofy, be you.
Subscribe and like.
Subscribe and like.
They can't.
Adorable.
They can't comment because you're underage. So I made a Ravelry account and group, and so people can go on there and we can chit chat on there with people. So it's called the Crafty Trolls. I will link everything down below so that you can just click that and go right to it. And it's pretty quiet right now because I just made it a little bit ago and haven't told anybody. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
No?
Bye.
Be bold, be brave, be strong, be happy, be free, be original, be goofy, be you.
See you after my surgery.
Crafty Trolls forever.
Crafty Trolls, another one under the books.